So today's market was volatile, isn't it? So in today's video, you will get three things: intraday analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty on 2-minute and 5-minute chart, one very interesting setup on Bank Nifty 15-minute chart, and yesterday's stock options, how they have performed and what can be the best options for tomorrow. I mean stock options, and we are talking about buying as well as selling. So let's start with this one advice: be consistent in this game of trading. So this is Nifty's 5-minute chart and this is 2-minute chart. So as we can see, there is no setup on 5-minute chart except this one poor setup, which is this one. The moving average is sideways here. So there is no point executing this trade because the moving average is sideways. We can clearly see that price has been sideways here. So we will not execute this setup. And in another video also I told that if market gaps up and after that moves continuously in upward direction, or if it gaps down and keep on trending in that direction only, so we will not execute any setup or just the first setup after that movement. So this is the first setup after this continuous movement. So we will not execute this setup because market has rallied like anything. So after that during the whole day we cannot expect much movement from the market. So one another setup which on the 2-minute time frame can be this, and if you are a beginner you must have executed this, and it did not give 1:3 but 1:2 only, but that is fine. So as per 5-minute chart this movement was sideways, so I did not execute this setup because as per 5-minute chart the movement has gone completely sideways. So now let's talk about Bank Nifty. So in Bank Nifty, this is 5-minute chart. On the right side, that's where market opened. After that, there is moving average was rising, so there was no setup as per our RSI. So let's see in 2-minute chart. That's where market opened, and this was the first setup. This was the first setup after market has rallied. This was the first setup. Had it been here, we would have executed it. Had it been here, we would have executed. But here we could not execute because the uptrend had extended too much. So in another one of my videos, I told that if market gaps up and it continues to rally, we will not execute the first setup. So had there been any movement from here and then again a setup would have formed, we would have executed, but that is fine. I will show you one very interesting setup now on Bank Nifty. So in Nifty and Bank Nifty we did not get any setup today. There was no setup. There was one poor setup on 2-minute chart, but we did not execute because the market was sideways as per 5-minute time frame. So the interesting setup is this one. This is Bank Nifty 15-minute chart, and see 61 area resistance, 61 area resistance, and this I have already drawn with arrow, 61 area resistance. So this is almost like 61 area resistance. Now what I did was moving average is falling on 15-minute chart, as we can clearly see. This is the, so here price has slightly gone above moving average. That's the only problem with the setup, but there are other confirmations. And what are the confirmations? Like if I do the retracement from this high to this low, this is the new market low. Yesterday we do the retracement from this high to this low, and it was exactly in the zone of 50% to 61.8%. But today the market made new low. In fact yesterday itself, so we drew retracement from this point to this point, and what we could see that today market resisted exactly at 61.8% Fibonacci ratio, and that's where the game began. And market has rallied yesterday also, and market rallied today also in downward. Why? Because exactly the setup was as per 61.8 retracement, and this is a very powerful zone, 50 to 61.8% retracement. And after that whole day was yours. Like market has moved from almost 450 points after this retracement. So I have drawn two lines here. Either you could enter this red candle, which is alert candle, and here one another confirmation was yesterday's high was here, and today's also market made the same high and resisted. So this was one confirmation. Then Fibonacci retracement was another confirmation. RSI almost 61 area resistance. This was one another confirmation, and you could have just bought the put options here, and any at the money you can buy, or 1 or 2 strike price out of the money you could buy. And this was the alert candle. Either you could have executed the trade below this, or when the price was breaking today's low, then you could have executed. And these are 15-minute candles. Market moved like anything. So this was very interesting setup, and this is how the Fibonacci works. So exactly yesterday resistance, today resistance, then Fibonacci retracement, exactly 61.8%, and RSI 61 resistance. So I hope you like this video. So now we'll talk about stock options. And in stock options, so Bajaj Finance, it performed really well in the morning, but keep coming downward. So this is where we could execute, and this is where our setup was. But again, the price has moved lower, but in RSI there is divergence. So it is still at the setup. If you want to execute Bajaj Finance, you can execute. But yesterday I advised that there are 3 finance stocks which are on the setup. So only execute one setup. So Bajaj Finance did not work today, but it may work tomorrow. So just keep an eye on it. Then Divis Lab. So it has not hit the stop loss. It really it moved really in the morning, but after that it is sideways. So it is still on the setup. So Kotak Bank also gapped up and rallied in the morning, but after that it also came downward, but it has not hit the stop loss. This was our green candle, which was alert candle. So you can still execute it at the setup. After that NTPC. So NTPC is almost sideways, and it did not went according to the market. So it has maintained its position. It is at the setup, and you must execute it. Then Ultra Cement, it is also making W pattern, RSI here, so you can still execute Ultra Cement company. Shriram Finance, the morning candle itself went above our entry, so now there is no entry in Shriram Finance. So remove this from the list. Then Power Grid, I told that Power Grid is a 4-star setup, but still it performed well. So just believe the system, don't go after best setup or slightly poor setup, just execute the trade. And this is how it really, first 2 hours it rallied, and after that it went sideways. So that is perfectly fine, it's going on. And Maruti has also performed well, first 2 candles, after that sideways. Now the entry has gone. So whatever stocks, if the entry has gone, I will remove from the list tomorrow itself. For tomorrow I will bring in new options. So it is on the setup. This Mahindra Finance is also on the setup, exactly at 40. So it has given entry in the morning, but after that it must have hit the stop loss. But again it is on the setup. But finance stock, there are 3: Chola Finance, Mahindra Finance, Shriram Finance, and Bajaj Finance. There are 4 stocks from finance. So just take one and leave other. So Larsen & Toubro has moved really well. If you have entered, it has given like good points today itself. Then Chola Finance, all the finance stocks rallied in the morning. After that they came down, and it is still on the setup. But Chola Finance, there is no convincing green candle, so I will remove this from the list. Britannia, it has gone above our entry. Now there is no entry. I will remove from this also from our list, but it has performed really well. If you haven't checked TradingView or any other terminal, if you want to use, so Upstock and Angel are best. They are giving this some of the TradingView premium features, and you can just open your demat account with Angel or Upstocks. I have given the description of Upstocks link in the description, so you can just open your demat account using that link. And I hope the video must have added some value in your life. So please like, comment and subscribe.